with another live session, and this is conducted by Zonal Education Office Chilau. Now most of you have joined with the session, so we can start the session now. Right, let's start the lesson now. Right, today I'm going to discuss about the competency level 4.4 forms the plurals of nouns, and according to that competency level, I hope to discuss about the plural forms of countable and uncountable nouns. The plural forms of countable and uncountable nouns. Right, before we start the lesson, let's do a small activity to remind our knowledge about nouns. So I will give you a small activity. Please do this activity quickly. So here you can see some pictures and some words. Look at the picture first and underline the correct answer. There are 3 words in each line, right? Each row. So you can select the most suitable word, right? A place, person, animal, thing, right? So look at the picture first and underline the correct answer, right? Now do it. Just write the answer in your writing book, right? Just write the answer, right? That's because if I'm going to annotate, you will draw on the screen, right? Just write the answer on a paper, right? Take a piece of paper and just write down the answers in your paper, so you can check the answers when I am discussing them. Right, let's discuss the answers. I think you may have finished the activity. Here, in the first picture, you can see a dog, right? A dog, and there are 3 words: a place, a person, an animal. You know that a dog is an animal, so the first answer is an animal. And in the second picture, you can see a place, you can see a picture of a school. So we know that it's a place. It's a place, right? It's not a thing, or it's not a person. So the second answer is a place. Second answer is a place. And you can see a picture of a bell there, right? So we know that it's not a person, it's not an animal. So the answer is a thing. Answer is a thing. And the fourth picture, you can see a picture of a farmer, and there are three words: a place, an animal, a person. So the correct answer is a person. The correct answer is a person. And the next one, fourth one, you can see a picture of a train and a station. So this is a picture of a railway station. So it's a place. The next answer is a place. A place. Fifth picture, so sixth picture, there is a telephone. There is a picture of a telephone. And we know that it's not a person or an animal. So it's a thing, right? It's a thing. So the answer is a thing. Seventh one, you can see a picture of a kangaroo. So we know that it's an animal. So the seventh answer is an animal. Seventh answer is an animal. And the last one, last picture, you can see a picture of a girl. So she is not an animal or a thing. So the answer is a person. The answer is a person. Right. These are the answers for the first activity, for the warming activity. Uh, right. Mark your answers, please. I will give you a few seconds. Right. While I'm doing the lesson, right, I won't be able to give much time to write some notes here. So it's better to take the screenshots of these slides. It will be easy for you to write them down later, right? I hope now you know this procedure. So please take some screenshots of these activities and notes when the session is going. Uh, Later you will be uh, able to write them down correctly and neatly, right? ඔයගලන්ට කාලය දෙන්න අමාරුයි මේ සමහර තැන්වලදී පොඩ්ඩක් අපි මේක ලිමිටඩ් ටයිම් එකක් තියෙන නිසා ඒ නිසා ඔයගොල්ලෝ පුළුවන් තරම් ස්ක්‍රීන්ෂොට්ස් අරගෙන පස්සේ පිළිවෙලට ලියාගන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගොඩක් ලේසි වෙයි. Okay, right, let's go to the next slide. And earlier I told that we are going to talk about the plurals of countable and uncountable nouns. And before I go to the lesson, I will remind you about the noun again, right? You may have learned this so many times in your smaller grades, right? And so let's look what is a noun, right? Let's look what is a noun first, right? So here you can see four pictures. There's a doctor, a school, a dog, and a bag, right? So read this sentence. Look at this sentence first. Look at this sentence first. A noun is a word for a person, animal, place, and thing. A noun is a word for a person, animal, place, and thing. So that's what we did earlier in the warmer activity, right? We identified the person, animal, place, and thing. So we can learn, we can identify these four categories, right? If there's a person, animal, place, or thing, right? They are nouns. They are nouns, right? Here in the first picture, you can see a picture of a doctor, right? We know he's a person. He's a person. And in the second picture, there is a school. There's a school, and it's a place. It's a place. In the third picture, you can see a dog. There is a dog and it's an animal. It's an animal. And the last picture, there is a bag. There is a bag and it's a thing, right? So all the persons are nouns. All the places are nouns. All the animals are nouns, and all things, everything, right? Which can be, we know there are many things, rivers, mountains, uh, vehicles, so many things are there, right? All things are nouns, right? So now you have got an idea about the concept of noun. So let's go to this next slide. Right. I will give you another small activity to refresh your knowledge on nouns, right? So here there are six sentences. There are six sentences. Underline the nouns in the following sentences. Underline the nouns in the following sentences, right? Now you can see six sentences. Just write down the nouns here. No need to write the sentences. Just put the number and write down the nouns, right? ඔගොල්ලෝ මෙතන වාක්‍ය හයක් පේනවා. මේ වාක්‍ය හයේ නාමපද අන්ඩර්ලයින් කරන්නයි තියෙන්නේ. ඔගොල්ලෝ මේ වාක්‍ය හය ලියන්න අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. අංකේ දාලා නාමපදේ විතරක් ලියා ගන්න ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කොලේ. I will give you nearly 2 minutes. I will enable the chat so you can put the answers there. Now you can put the answers in the chat. Okay, thank you very much, Manisha. Right. Look at the sentences carefully, right? There are sometimes there may be more than one noun, right? More than one noun in a sentence. Read the sentence carefully. Check whether there are persons, places, animals, or things. So it will be easy for you to get the answers then. Right, thank you very much for your answers. Okay, thank you. Most of you are giving answers. Right, let's discuss the answers because we have so many things to discuss. Now I will disable the chat. Thank you very much for your answers. Right, okay. Now look at the first sentence. Look at the first sentence. The plane landed safely at the airport. The plane landed safely at the airport. So here we can identify two nouns. The first one is plane. So we know it's a thing, right? We know it's a thing, it's a noun. And the second one is airport. Airport, it's a place. It's a place. There are two nouns in the first sentence, the plane and the airport. And let's go to the second sentence. The girl put glass on the table. The girl put glass on the table. So we can see three nouns there. The first one is girl. It's a person. First, a girl is a person, so it's a noun. And the second noun is glass. It's a thing. Glass is a thing. And the third noun is table. The third noun is table. It also a thing. It also a thing. There are three nouns: girl, glass, and table. And the third sentence, my cat likes to play with the ball. My cat likes to play with the ball. So there we can see two nouns. We can identify two nouns. The first one is cat. It's an animal. And the second one is ball. It's a thing. The second one is ball. It's a thing. Right. Let's go to the fourth sentence. Our teacher is reading a book in the staff room. Our teacher is reading a book in the staff room. So there we can identify three nouns. There are three nouns. The first one is teacher. First one is teacher. Is a person. And the second one is a book. A book. It's a thing. Second one is book. It's a thing. And the third one is staff room. It's a place. Staff room. It's a place. Fifth one, is there a hotel in the city? Is there a hotel in the city? Right, we can identify two nouns there. The first one is a hotel. The first one is a hotel. It's a place. And next one is city, another place, city, right? There are two nouns. Last sentence, the seller is selling some fruits in the market. The seller is selling some fruits in the market. So there, in this sentence, we can identify three nouns. There are three nouns. The first one is seller, Belinda. The first one is seller. It's a person, he's a person. And the second one, fruits, things, fruits, palaturu, things. Last one is a place, it's market. Place, it's market. Right. Mark the answers. These are the nouns. There are, we can see, there are some persons, there are places, there are animals and things. So now you got the idea of a noun, right? Again, I will remind you, noun is a word for a person, animal, place or thing. නාම පදයක් කියලා කියන්නේ පුද්ගලයෙක්, ස්ථානයක්, සතෙක් හෝ දෙයක් දෙයකට භාවිතා කරන වචන. Right? Okay. Let's go to the next activity. Next thing, right? Next slide. Right. When we concern about the nouns, we can divide them into two parts, right? We can divide them into two parts. Nouns can be countable and uncountable. Nouns can be countable and uncountable, right? There are two parts. They are countable and uncountable nouns, right? The nouns can be counted as 1, 2, 3 are called countable nouns. That means the nouns that we can use numerals, numbers, right? They are countable nouns, right? They are countable nouns. Now look at these examples, look at these pictures. You can see a picture of a car, right? There is a car. And another picture, there is a chair, right? There is a chair. And last picture, there is a cat. So we can use these nouns with numbers, right? Now we can say there is one car. And if there are two cars, we can say two cars, three cars, four cars, like that. We can use numbers in front of these nouns, right? And chair, two chairs, five chairs, 10 chairs, right? Like that. Cat, two cats, three cats. So we can count these things, right? By using numbers. So we call these nouns countable nouns, right? Countable nouns. We can count them. We can count them. And the other part is uncountable nouns. The other part is uncountable nouns. That means the nouns that cannot be counted as 1, 2, 3 are called countable nouns. 1, 2, 3, 4. At the numbers භාවිතා කරලා ගණන් කරන්න අපහසු නාම පද අපි කියන uncountable nouns කියලා. තවදුරටත් මම ඉස්සරහට විස්තර කරනවා මේක. Right, look at this one, milk, right? Milk, kiri. Next one, water. Third one, sand, right? Milk. You may think we can say 1 liter, right? 1 liter of milk, 1 liter of water, right? They are not counting. The ඔයාලට හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් වතුර ලීටරයි කියන්න පුළුවන්, කිරි ලීටරයි කියන්න පුළුවන්, right? වැලි කිලෝ එකයි කියන්න පුළුවන්. But they are not the numbers. We don't count them, right? That is measuring, right? ඒක අපි මනිනවා. ඒක ගණන් කරනවා නෙමෙයි මනිනවා, right? ඒ නිසා මේ words එක අපි කියන්නේ 1 milk, 2 water, 3 sand. We can't use like that, right? So we can't use these words with numbers. Therefore, we call these nouns uncountable nouns. We call these nouns uncountable nouns, right? Again, I will tell you, first we thought about nouns, and there are two parts of nouns. First one is countable nouns, and the second one is uncountable nouns. Right, now let's compare them separately. Right, let's go to the next slide. If you want, you can take screenshots of these slides. It will be easy for you to write them down later, right? So no need to write at this moment. So please take screenshots, then you can write this note later. Right, I will move to the next slide. Right, let's compare countable and uncountable nouns. Right, now listen carefully, my dear students, listen carefully. Right, this part is on countable nouns and this part is on uncountable nouns. Right, let's read the first sentence. The nouns which can be counted by using numbers are called countable nouns. Now we know that, right? Now we know that what is a countable noun. The nouns which can be counted by using numbers are called countable nouns. Numbers භාවිතා කරලා ඉලක්කම් භාවිතා කරලා ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන් නාමපද අපි කියනවා countable nouns කියලා, right? Look at the examples here. A chair, right? Chair, එක පුටුවක්. 2 chairs, පුටු දෙකක්, right? A man, මනුස්සයෙක්. 2 men, මිනිස්සු දෙන්නෙක්. 1 house, 2 books, 3 cars, a country, right? So all these things we can count with the numbers. We can count them with the numbers, right? We can use numbers with these nouns. So we call them countable nouns. And here, in the other part, uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are the things that we cannot count with numbers, right? I said it earlier. We cannot count these nouns with numbers, right? So there's another point. They may be the names for ideas or qualities or physical objects that we cannot divide into separate elements, right? අපි ගත්තොත් මෙතන අපිට දැන් chairs, if there are 5 chairs, right? We can separate them 1 chair, 2 chair, 3 chair. We can separate them, right? අපිට වෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. හරි? දැන් මිනිස්සු 5 දෙනෙක් ගත්තොත් මිනිස්සු 5 දෙනාව අපිට වෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. මිනිස්සු 5 දෙනෙක්, හරි? පොත් 10ක් තියෙනවා නම් අපිට පොත් ටික වෙන් කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? But uncountable nouns, we can't separate them, right? We can't separate them. We can't separate water. අපිට වතුර වෙන් කරන්න බෑනේ, කැලි කැලි කපන්න බෑනේ, right? We can't separate sugar. And පොඩි පොඩි මේ කොටස් තිබ්බත් there are a lot of things, right? There are a lot of parts in sugar, right? So අපිට මේක වෙන් කරන්න බෑ, right? Butter, water, electricity, gas, right? We can't divide. So it will be easy for you to identify nouns, uncountable nouns with that point, right? ඒ විදිහට හිතුවාම ඔයගලන්ට ලේසියෙන් uncountable noun එක identify කරගන්න පුළුවන්. Now look at here, music, right? සංගීතය, right? art, kalawa, love, adare, happiness, satuta, right? They are ideas or feelings, right? uh, Advice, awade, information, toraturu, right? News, property, furniture, luggage, right? Badubahiradi, bags, rice, sugar, butter, water, electricity, gas, power, money, currency, right? All these things are uncountable nouns, right? මේ සියල්ලම uncountable nouns. So we can't count them, right? අපිට ඒවා ගණන් කරන්න බෑ by using numbers. Numbers භාවිතා කරලා අපිට ගණන් කරන්න බෑ, right? ඒ නිසා හොඳට මතක තියාගන්න uncountable nouns means we can't count them using numbers, and we can't separate them in we can't divide them into separate elements, right? We can't divide them. අපිට වෙන් කරන්න බෑ, බෙදලා වෙන් කරන්න බෑ. Numbers විදිහට පිළිවෙලට කැලි වලට වෙන් කරන්න බෑ, right? So we call them uncountable nouns, right? That is the first difference between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. ඒ තමයි ප්‍රධාන වෙනස. ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන්කම සහ ගණන් කරන්න බැරිකම. Right, screenshot එකක් ගන්න තිය ඔයගොල්ලෝ. I will go to the next difference, right? I will go to the next point. Right, the next difference, next point. Countable nouns have singular and plural forms, right? Countable nouns have singular and plural forms. Countable nouns have singular and plural forms. Now look at these examples, right? Singular forms, ekavachana සහ බහුවචන ස්වරූප තියෙනවා. Countable nouns වල තියෙනවා ඒකවචන ස්වරූපයක් සහ බහුවචන ස්වරූපයක්, right? Look at this one. A dog, බල්ලෙක්. There is only one dog, right? The plural is two dogs. The plural is two dogs. බල්ලෝ දෙන්නෙක්. One man, එක මිනිස්සෙක්. One man, three men, මිනිස්සු තුන් දෙනෙක්, right? ඒකවචන බහුවචන. Third one, one computer. One computer and two computers. පරිගණක එකක්, පරිගණක දෙකක්, right? Singular part, plural part, right? This is singular, this is plural. Next one, an orange. An orange, දොඩංගෙඩිය. Five oranges, දොඩංගෙඩි පහක්. So in countable nouns, there is a singular and plural forms. There are singular and plural form, right? It's a main difference. So you can identify singular and plural forms in countable nouns. In uncountable nouns are used with a singular verb, right? We use uncountable nouns with a singular verb, right? අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් uncountable noun එකක් use කරන්නේ ඒකවචන ක්‍රියාපදයක් එක්ක, right? ඒකවචන ක්‍රියාපදයක් එක්ක. They usually do not have a plural form. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් uncountable nouns වලට බහුවචන ස්වරූප නැහැ, right? Look at this one. This news is very important. This news is very important. In this example, news is an uncountable noun and we use it with a singular verb form, right? News කියන uncountable noun එක ඒකවචන ක්‍රියාපද ස්වරූපයකින් අපි භාවිතා කරලා තියෙනවා, right? දැන් මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලෝ news කිව්වම ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතෙන්න පුළුවන් මේක බහුවචනයක් කියලා. S අකුරක් තියෙන නිසා. But it's not like that. So it's a singular thing, right? It's a singular thing. So we use a singular verb with that, right? Singular verb with that, right? With an uncountable noun. Now look at the second example. Water is a colorless liquid. ජලය කියන්නේ වර්ණයක් නැති දියරයක්, right? Water is a colorless liquid. So water is an uncountable noun. We use it with the singular verb, right? We use it with a singular verb. And the third one, your luggage looks heavy. Your luggage looks heavy. ඔයාගේ බඩු බාහිරාදිය බරයි වගේ පේනවා, right? So luggage is an uncountable noun, but we use it with a singular verb, right? That's the main difference. Another main difference, right? අපි වෙනස්කම් දෙකක් ඉගෙන ගත්තා. එකක් තමයි countable nouns කියන්නේ ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන් ඒවා. Uncountable nouns කියන්නේ ගණන් කරන්න බැරි ඒවා. Right? Countable nouns can be counted. Uncountable nouns, we can't count them. And the second difference, countable nouns have singular and plural forms. And uncountable nouns, usually they don't have a plural form, right? Right. Take a screenshot and that is we have discussed two differences so far. Okay, I will move to the next difference, next point. Right, this is the third one. Countable nouns. The singular form can use the determiner o or n. So a or n, right? We can use the singular forms of countable nouns with a or n. අපිට countable nouns වල ඒකවචන ස්වරූපය a සහ n කියන articles එක්ක භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන්. Right? Now look at this one. I don't have a dog. I don't have a dog. මට බල්ලෙක් නැහැ. Right? Only one dog means we predict only one thing there. Right? I don't have a dog. The second one is I own a house in the village. I own a house in the village. There is only one house, right? He has a house in the village, only one house. Third example, she is eating an ice cream. She is eating an ice cream. Ice cream එකක් කමින් ඉන්නවා. She is eating an ice cream. So these countable nouns, right? This is an animal. You know, dog is an animal. This is a place. This is a place. And last thing is ice cream is a thing. So we can use these nouns. We can use these countable nouns with the determiner a or n, right? It's for countable nouns, right? But uncountable nouns, we cannot use a or n with these nouns. We can't say a water. We can't say a milk. We can't say a sand, a money, right? We can't say like that, right? And there's another point. To express a quantity of an uncountable noun, we use a word or expression like some, a lot of, much, or bit of. අපිට කියන්න ඕන නම් අපිට යම්කිසි ප්‍රමාණයක් දක්වන්න ඕන නම් uncountable noun එකක අපි and භාවිතා කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වෙනුවට අපිට භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන් මෙන්න මේ words some, a lot of, much, a bit of කියන words, right? ඒක තියාගන්න uncountable nouns එක භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන් අපිට මෙන්න මේ කියන words ප්‍රමාණයක් පෙන්වන්න, right? ප්‍රමාණයක් පෙන්වන්න. අපි දැන් milk කිව්වොත් there is some milk in the fridge. කිරි ටිකක් තියෙනවා fridge එකේ, right? There is some milk, right? That is the amount, that is the quantity, that is the quantity of milk. ඒ තමයි තියෙන කිරි ප්‍රමාණය, right? ඒත් අපිට a milk කියන්න බෑ, n milk කියන්න බෑ. We can't say 2 milk, 3 milk, right? We can say some milk, right? The quantity. And next one, we don't have much time left. Much time left. අපිට එච්චර වෙලාවක් ඉතුරු වෙලා නැහැ, right? We don't have much time left. And next one, I have a lot of works this week. මට ගොඩක් වැඩ තියෙනවා මේ සතියේ, right? So we predict the quantity of uncountable noun by using these words, right? Sometimes we can use these words with countable nouns also, right? You will be learn them later. අපිට මේ words සමහරවල් countables එක භාවිතා කරන්නත් පුළුවන්. right? මම මෙතනදී ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ගොඩක් point out කරන්නේ the main thing we can use the articles and with countable nouns, but we can't use and with uncountable nouns, right? Instead of that, instead of these articles, we can use some, a lot of, much, a bit of with uncountable nouns, right? Hari, take a screenshot of this slide also. Okay, I will go to the next part. I will go to the next part. Right. This is another important point, right? This is another important point. There are some nouns that appear plural but are actually singular, right? There are nouns that appear plural but but are actually singular. There are some nouns we can see them as plurals. අපිට සමහර නාමපද තියෙනවා අපිට පේන්නේ බහුවචන වගේ, right? But actually they are singular nouns. ඇත්තටම ඒවා ඒකවචන නාමපද, right? The following nouns are considered singular although they end with s, right? Now look at these look at these nouns. All these nouns end with s, right? News, ප්‍රවෘත්ති, politics, දේශපාලනය, physics, භෞතික විද්‍යාව, mathematics, ගණිතය, economics, ආර්ථික විද්‍යාව, athletics, මනල ක්‍රීඩා, right? So all these words end with s, but these words are not plural words, right? These words are not plural words. All these words are singular words, right? Look at these examples. We can clearly understand with these examples. Physics is an interesting subject. Physics is an interesting subject. භෞතික විද්‍යාව හරිම රසවත් විෂයක්, right? Physics is an interesting subject. So we use a singular verb with this word, right? Because this is a singular noun. This is a singular uncountable noun. This news is very important. This news is very important, right? This word ends with s, but it's not a plural word. It's not a plural noun. It's a singular noun. So we use is with that, right? This news is very important. Next one, mathematics is learned by every student. Mathematics is learned by every student. So all these words are singular words, singular uncountable words. So keep it in your mind, right? Keep it in your mind. This is very important. Although these words are ending with s, they are not plural words, right? These words are singular nouns. These words are singular uncountable nouns. That's why we use singular verbs with them, right? So keep it in your mind. I think you may have got the point. Right, please take a screenshot of this slide also. Right. Let's go to the next part. Let's go to the next part. Right. Now I have given you a small activity on countable and uncountable nouns to check your knowledge, right? Sort countable and uncountable nouns into the correct column, right? I have given you some uncountable nouns in this box, right? So please sort them into the correct part, correct column, right? Here you have to write the countable nouns. Here you have to write the uncountable nouns. Right, now do it. I will enable the chat so you can put your answers. I will give you 2 minutes. Right, you are writing the answers. Send me the answers. Thank you. So it's better. Right. Right, very good, Rashmi. If you can write, send the answer with the countable or uncountable, it's good. Right, thank you very much for your answers. Right. Okay, it looks good. You have got the point. You have got the concept. Right, thank you very much. Okay, let's go to the answers. I will disable the chat. Right, thank you very much for your answers. Uh, okay, now look at the activity. The first one is table, right? We know we can count them. So we can write it in countable nouns, right? First one, countable nouns, table. Second one is information, right? Information, we can't separate them into 11s, right? We know it's an uncountable noun, information. Next one, bottle. It's a countable thing. We can count the bottles. So it's a countable noun. Next one, music, right? We know we can't count it, right? We can't count music. So it's an uncountable noun. It's an uncountable noun. Uh, Next word, building, right? We can count buildings, one building, two buildings, like that. So it's a countable noun. Next word, money, right? We can't count it. We can't count money. So we can put it into the uncountable section, uncountable part. Right. Next one, uh, gas. We know gas, it is an uncountable noun. We can separate into elements. So gas is an uncountable noun. Next one, job, right? Job, we can count them, right? We can count job, one job, two jobs, three jobs, like that. It's a countable noun. And next one, song, it also a countable noun. One song, two songs, three songs, like that. And last one, coffee, right? Coffee, so we can count them. So it's an uncountable noun. It's an uncountable noun, right? Okay. Take screenshots of these activities. Uh, right, I will go to the next part. Right, form the plurals of uncountable nouns. Already we know there's only singular forms of the uncountable nouns. So we can make some plurals of uncountable nouns, right? But we can't add s to make them plural. අපිට s අකුරක් එකතු කරලා මේක plural කරන්න බෑ. එහෙනම් අපි බලමු මේක plural කරන්නේ කොහොමද කියලා. Right? An uncountable noun has no plural form. An uncountable noun has no plural form. We know that, right? බහුවචන ස්වරූපයක් නැහැ. So we use quantifiers before them, right? We can use measure words, right? You can use measure word. යම්කිසි minimum tier word එකක් අපිට භාවිතා කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? Now look at these words, right? Look at these words. Bottle, right? We can put milk into a bottle, right? We can put milk into a bottle. So we can count the bottles. අපිට කිරි දාන්න පුළුවන් බෝතලයකට, right? ඒතර අපිට ඒක money අපිට බෝතල් ගාන ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? අපිට බෝතල් ගාන ගණන් කරන්න පුළුවන්. One bottle, two bottles, three bottles, right? So we can make a word by using these three parts, right? There's a measure word, bottle, and we can use the preposition of and the uncountable noun, right? Bottle of milk, kiri bottle, bottle of milk. Next one, a glass of water, right? Glass of water, we can put water into a glass, right? So we can count the glasses of water, right? There are one glass of water, two glasses of water, three glasses of water, like that. And third one, sack of rice, right? Sack of rice, hal mallak, right? We can put rice into a sack, right? Next one, piece of cake. Piece of cake, we can cut a cake into pieces. We can count the pieces, right? So piece of cake. Last one, kilo of sugars. Kilo of sugar, right? We can separate kilos, right? 1 kilo of sugar, 2 kilos of sugar, 3 kilos of sugar, like that, right? We can use quantifiers before countable nouns, right? That's how we form the plurals of countable nouns, right? With these parts, we can make the plurals of countable nouns. Maybe the sorry, uncountable nouns, right? Uncountable noun එක plural කරගන්න පුළුවන් quantifiers use කරලා, right? Uh, Now take a screenshot of this slide also. Okay, I will go to the next slide. Right there, we can form the plural of uncountable noun as follows, right? We can form the plural of uncountable noun as follows, right? We can make the quantifier plural. අපි කිව්වා මෙන්න මේ quantify එක අපිට plural කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? Now look at this example. A glass of water, right? Glass of water, right? We can make the glass plural. අපිට glass කියන word එක plural කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? We can count glasses. A glass, two glasses, right? A glass of water, two glasses of water. වතුර වීදුරුවක්, වතුර වීදුරු දෙකක්, right? වතුර වීදුරුවක්, වතුර වීදුරු දෙකක්, right? A glass of water, two glasses of water, right? Like that. Look at these examples. A glass of milk, a glass of milk, two glasses of milk, two glasses of milk. A slice of bread, three slices of bread, right? පාන් පෙත්තක්, පාන් පෙති තුනක්. One cup of tea, two cups of tea. තේ කෝප්ප දෙකක්. A sheet of paper, five sheets of paper, right? 1 kilo of flour, පිටි කිලෝ එකක්. 3 kilos of flour, පිටි කිලෝ තුනක්, right? We made the quantifiers plural, right? We made the quantifiers plural. So with that, we can form the plurals of uncountable nouns. Like that, we can make the plurals of uncountable nouns by using quantifiers. ඔයාලට තේරෙන්නේ නැති අපිට මේ විදිහට පුළුවන් uncountable noun එකක් plural කරගන්න. Uncountable noun එකක් plural කරගන්න පුළුවන්, right? A glass of milk, two glasses of milk, right? Okay, take a screenshot of this slide also. Right. I will go to the next slide now. And there is a small activity, right? There's a small activity. Match countable plurals. Match these words together, right? Match these two words together. Right. Okay, let's go to the answers now. First one, two bars of chocolates. 2 bars of chocolates. Next one, 3 packets of biscuits. 3 packets of biscuits. Next one, third one, 4 kilos of sugar. 4 kilos of sugar. Fourth one, 2 liters of petrol. 2 liters of petrol. Fifth one, 7 tubes of toothpaste. 7 tubes of toothpaste. Last one, 3 heaps of garbage. 3 heaps of garbage. Kunu godawal tunak, right? First one, 2 bars of chocolates. Chocolate bars tunak. Next one, 3 packets of biscuits. Biscuit packet tunak. 4 kilos of sugar. Sini kilo hatara. 2 liters of petrol. Petrol liter deka. 7 tubes of toothpaste. Toothpaste tubes hatak. 3 heaps of garbage. Kunu kasala godawal tunak. Right? That's how we can make the uncountable nouns plural. Here it should be uncountable. There's a spelling mistake. Sorry for that one. Right? That is about uncountable nouns plural. Okay, let's go to the next part. Right, there is another activity. Complete the blanks with the correct answer. Right, complete the blanks with the correct answer. Use the correct quantifier word to complete the blanks here. Right, I will give you 2 minutes to complete this activity. You can see the words in the box. Use these words and complete the blanks. Right, box එකේ තියෙන වචන භාවිතා කරලා හිස්තැන් ටික පුරවන්න plural form එක use කරන්න අවශ්‍ය තැන්වල. I will enable the chat here so you can put the answers there. Right, thank you very much for the answers. Okay. Right, thank you. Right, make the plural words, plurals, right? Make the plurals. You have to make the plurals of these words, right? Right, let's discuss the answers now. Let's discuss the answers. Right. I always start the day. I always start the day with 2 blank of water, right? So here we can use the with this uncountable noun glass, right? We can use the word glass there. Here we have to make it plural, right? 2 glasses of water, right? 2 glasses of water. The first answer is glasses, right? Two glasses of water. We should make this word plural, right? We should make this word plural, this quantifier plural, because we can't make this one plural. අපිට මේක බහුවචන කරන්න බෑ, uncountable noun එක බහුවචන කරන්න බෑ. ඒ නිසා අපි මෙන්න මේ word එකයි plural කරන්නේ. හරි? The word glass ends with double S, so when we make it plural, we have to add es at the end, right? Es at the end. I always start the day with 2 glasses of water. 2 glasses of water. Next one. There are 5 blank of bread on the table, right? 5 blank of bread on the table. We can use the word piece with bread. So the answer, sorry, loaf. So the answer is loaves of bread. Rattal pahak. Rattal pahak. Right? There are 5 loaves, right? There, you know that the word loaf end with F. When we make it plural, we have to remove F and add VES, right? These points, you have learned these points in grade 6, right? You should remember these things when we make a plural word with ends with F. F අකුරෙන් අවසන් වෙන පදයක් අපි බහුවචන කරද්දී F අකුර අයින් කරලා VES එකතු කරනවා, right? So loaves, right? Loaf කියන එක loaves වෙනවා, LOAVES, right? Loaves of bread. There are 5 loaves of bread on the table. There are 5 loaves of bread on the table. Third one, my uncle took 4 pieces of luggage into the train. 4 pieces of luggage into the train, right? We have to make this word, make the word pieces plural, right? My uncle took 4 pieces of luggage into the train. Luggage means badu bahiradi. Next one, Sahan dug up 9 buckets of sand to build a sand castle. Buckets of sand, valley bucket, namayak, right? We have to make this word plural. 9 buckets of sand to build a sand castle. Next one, I bought 2 boxes of matches from the shop. I bought 2 boxes of matches from the shop. We know that there's a rule when a noun ends with the letter X, we have to add ES to make it plural, right? X අකුරෙන් අවසන් වෙන නම් පදයක් අපි ES add කරන්න ඕනේ ඒක plural කරන්න බහුවචන කරන්න, right? That's why we add ES here. I bought 2 boxes of matches from the shop. Next one, last sentence. She ordered 3 bowls of soup for her friends. 3 bowls of soup for her friends, right? So we have to plural this word, soup bandun tunak, right? 3 bowls, right? That is how we can make these uncountable noun plural, right? We made these uncountable nouns plural by using quantifier words in front of them, right? Soup, matches, sand, luggage, bread, water. They are uncountable nouns, right? We made them plural by adding these words in front of them, right? Okay, I think you may have got an idea about uncountable nouns, right? And how we make them plural with this lesson. So I'm going to wind up the session now, and before that, thank you very much for participating into this lesson. And before wind up the session, I will again remind you, we learned about the uncountable nouns, and we compare countable nouns and uncountable nouns together, and we learned how to make them plural, how to make uncountable nouns plural. So thank you very much for your participation, and I before end up the session, I will give you a homework, right? In your book, in your textbook, page number 27, right? Page number 27, activity 10, right? Vocabulary, there's a question on the plurals of uncountable nouns. Please do it at home. Please do it at home. Right, I will give you few minutes to give you ideas into the chat, right? I have enabled the chat, so if there are any problems or suggestions, please write in the chat, right? right, ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොන හරි ගැටලු තියෙනවා නම් chat එකට දාන්න. විනාඩි දෙකක් විතර දෙන්න අපි session එක end කරන්න කලින්. Right, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your comments. Right. Okay, thank you very much. Right, welcome all for your comments and your participation. And please stay connected with our English channel, right? You can watch these videos from our YouTube channel, right? Chilao English Zonal channel. All these lessons, you can watch them again and again. Please go through them and ask your friends to join with these sessions, right? These sessions are very helpful. So thank you very much again for your participation and your comment. Right now, next week lesson, you have to go through the timetable. We have published it in the group. Please go through the timetable and come to the sessions. Right, thank you very much. I will end the lesson now. Thank you very much.